Modern network analyzers usually have 4 ports. People invest in buying good equipment ready for the further growth of your measurement needs. And it happens very often when you use the 4-port network analyzer, but actually you need to measure only 2-port measurement device. And if you don't really follow the probe configuration and the cable configuration procedure in the software, which you use for the measurements or for the system calibration, you may end up with a very, I would say, weird configuration when you calibrate a network analyzer between port 1 and 3, but you want to measure the devices between port 1 and 4, for instance, or 1 and 2. Calibria eliminates this type of the measurement errors. So let me show you how. We have here 4-port network analyzer, however, only 2 ports are active here. What does it mean? That means that anytime when I will be calibrating the system, or if I will be measuring any corrected data by this network analyzer, the measurement results will be taken only between port 1 and port 2. So let me show it to you. If I click on the Smith chart of the vector network analyzer, it leads me to the S parameter measurement tool. So besides of the calibration task that Calibria executes, we also can use Calibria to grab quick S parameters from our device under test just to check, if it's okay or not, and also display them over the graphical user interface. We call it a quick S parameter view. So here we have a list of traces which will be measured, and if you look at this list of traces, then you may notice that it's only S11, S21, S12, and S22. Why it is so is because the vector network analyzer is configured for the measurements between port 1 and port 2 only. So the port 3 and port 4 and any measurements between these ports are not available and not applicable here. So the operator cannot select by mistake a measurement between the ports which were not calibrated and which were not configured in the system. How do we do this configuration? If I return back to the network analyzer here and go back to the probe configuration model, this is the setup where I attach a particular port of the network analyzer. By using these elements, they look like a port of the network analyzer, as you know, these big top ranges that we usually use when we attach the cable to the port. We simply click on it and we say that this probe will be connected not to the port 1 but to the port 3. So, and we go back now to the main dashboard, and now we will be calibrating the system between port 3 and port 2. Port 3 and port 2 are active, and I will switch for measurement of the S parameters. There will be only S parameters between these 2 ports and nothing else, so it's not possible to make any mistake, even unintentional.